By now, most everyone is going to know about the massive upset that occurred in the crypto space over the past week. The Terra project, including the stablecoin Terra USD, otherwise known as UST, along with Luna, the cryptocurrency tied to UST and native to the Terra blockchain, plummeted in value in a matter of days to almost zero, a loss equating to 100%. A week ago, Terra was ranked at number 9 in cryptocurrencies by market cap and priced at US $65. Today, it is priced at a fraction of a cent and sits in the rankings at 211. That's quite a fall. There's a lot of people hurting as a result. On all accounts, the financial loss to many individuals has been great. I don't wish to add to the pain, and so I say at the outset, if you are one of these people, you may not want to hear what I have to say. I remote viewed Terra a little over 2 months ago. At the end of the short video, I show you a sketch from the remote viewing session targeting Terra in February this year, included in my upcoming book. I will also tell you what I think the remote viewing data is showing about the Terra project. That includes the stablecoin UST and Luna. The downfall of Terra could be seen as a part of the conflict between centralized and decentralized digital assets. By centralized digital currencies, I'm talking about the central bank digital currency, or CBDC, that's under development even as you watch this video, and decentralized cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. From my perspective, that of a remote viewer, the collapse of the stablecoin UST and the crash of Luna is surely the result of a calculated attack. It fits with the problem-solution approach I mentioned in an earlier video. I will discuss this more in the book. For now, let's examine some of the facts, such as we know them so far. Terra had only recently announced its plans for liquidity pools and their intention to buy more Bitcoin, some $10 billion worth, over and above the 12,000 it had already purchased. The idea was that BTC, that's Bitcoin, would form a reserve pool, helping to back the UST. Do Kwon, a founder and the CEO of Terra, in more recent interviews prior to the attack, had asserted his ambition for Terra to become the biggest owner of Bitcoin in the world. In April the 2nd, 2022, Do Kwon announced his plans for a revolutionary liquidity pool containing not only UST but other well-known stablecoins USDT, USDC, and FRAX. Exchanges now are delisting both UST and Luna since the crash. Binance and OKX are two big examples. OKX is the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. While the implosion of Terra has impacted the entire crypto space, some cryptocurrencies are showing signs of a resurgence. Unfortunately, that does not include UST and Luna. I'll get to that soon. The rally is as usual led by Bitcoin. However, the price of these cryptos remain well down on what they were prior to the attack on Terra. Accusations have been levelled at a number of likely suspects: BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, as well as that of Citadel Securities, a giant hedge fund, and Gemini, a crypto exchange, have all denied any involvement. Bitcoin.com reports a claim that Gemini Exchange made a loan of BTC that caused the collapse of Terra. Attention is now turning to Tether, the world's largest stablecoin. If it were to similarly suffer a collapse, the impact would not only affect Bitcoin, but also stocks. The attack on Terra came before it stabilized the price of UST by launching a full liquidity pool and purchasing a very large quantity of BTC. The peg to the US dollar was broken by the sheer weight of all the Luna created by the protocol. This led to a sell-off of the BTC Terra held. That led to a fall in the price of Luna coin, and that led to a dive into a falling market. Terra project was in virtual freefall. There's an excellent video on the subject by Raoul Pal from Real Vision that explains the process in detail. I'll leave a link below the video. How is the crypto space going to be affected by the crash of an immensely popular stablecoin like Terra? If the Lehman Brothers crash of 2008 taught us anything, it is that crashes of this magnitude and involving major players, as this has, leads to repercussions in the financial system. Just to underline this point, there are articles emerging like this one, painting a dire picture of the outcome. The predictions of the writer of this article is that stablecoins will be banned, the world forced by the turn of events, or possibly by design to start with, to follow US rules and American regulatory authorities, the outcome of which, according to this article, involves the heavy-handed restrictions on peer-to-peer transactions, stablecoins, private wallets, former ICOs, and future projects, that's DeFi, NFT, smart contracts, second-layer solutions. The outcome being there will be little choice for people but to submit to the control of a banker's digital currency, the CBDC, and individual spending activity will be under constant surveillance. The article paints a bleak future indeed. However, the world is a big place, and geopolitics are already complicating the situation to the extent we can't project future outcomes so easily. The landscape has changed dramatically in recent times. I think the article ignores this to a large extent. I think it will be extremely difficult for the Bitcoin genie to be put back into its bottle. I don't think this fight is over. Moving on to the blind remote viewing of Terra I completed on the 7th of February 2022. It contains the data that answers my question. What is the ultimate future for Terra? I am thinking of the kind of information you find on an epitaph on a headstone. In other words, I am projecting ahead when the targeted crypto project has reached the end of its life and asking, was it successful or not? I measure success by how well the cryptocurrency fulfilled its goals, as set out in its white paper. If I go to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, oblivion, it means not remembering, a state marked by a lack of awareness or consciousness. The word oblivion in English is borrowed from Anglo-French, with its origins in Latin, where it means both a state of forgetting or dismissal from memory. Given UST and Luna were well used, and the project was so very popular, the crash being so sudden, deep, and prolonged, oblivion suggests the fate of Terra is that it will be forgotten.